right, we have pregnancy horror here. That's resulted in some interesting horror movies over time. So let's see what they have here in store. With starting with the IMDb plot here. Oh, this is going to be a good one here. When a pregnant woman is bequeathed a home from an estranged aunt, she and her girlfriend leave the city behind to begin a new chapter. But when a karmic debt threatens the life of their unborn child, they soon discover their place in the cursed history of the town. All right, some big words there. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so let's get the usual stuff out of the way at the top. New film. Maybe you guys can tell just by the title. Maybe you haven't heard this one. Brand new, hitting the festival scene here. I am watching a screener. I watched a screener of this, courtesy of Popcorn Frights, where this film was shown. So I'm guessing this film is going to make the rounds, maybe some other festivals and so forth. So I'm not really sure yet when you guys will be able to see this. But if you do stumble upon it and are a little curious about it, well, I have a few things to say about it, so you guys can check that out. I will be spoiler free. You know, the brand new movie. There are a little bit of twists and turns in this one, so I will certainly try to keep that as much of a mystery as possible. So again, this is courtesy of the Popcorn Frights Film Festival. So I thank them for letting me view this film and several others. So with that, I will say at the top, you know, this is it does have a little bit of blood in it and so forth. You guys know that's kind of my type of film. So this kind of, as this was going on, was kind of playing out kind of maybe not like my type of film. But not to say whether I liked it or disliked it. We'll get to that in the end. But I will just kind of say, you know, it was kind of that, kind of seemed that way as it went. And what we do is have here is a couple of women here, who one of them is pregnant and one of them has inherited this house, kind of, you know, out in a smaller town, out in the middle of nowhere, of course. We'd like to do that. So, you know, of course, some weird stuff is bound to happen. You know, they kind of get settled in. They're looking for a new start. You know, they're feeling good about their new life and their new change. And the one woman here who's pregnant and her family has some history here, is obviously, you know, going to learn a little bit about her history as the film goes on and so forth. And that might come back to haunt her in some ways or another. She also, you know, you'll find out early on, you know, she's maybe had some struggles with anxiety and some other things. But obviously she can't really be on her medicine now that she's pregnant. So as things kind of start to be a little weird, it's kind of, this is going to be one of those movies where you're trying to figure out, is she seeing it? Is it really happening? Is it just because she's not on the medicine? Is it because she's pregnant? This is definitely going to be one of those movies you're going to have to try to pay, you know, close attention to kind of catch what is going on, to kind of figure that kind of stuff out. You know, what she's seeing, what is happening. You know, there is a little bit of a mystery, as kind of hints there in the summary, and I've already hinted at, about the town and about what happened to her family that lived there, you know, previously. So there's other weird stuff, you know, kind of happening here that needs to be dealt with. So you guys are going to have to kind of pick up on those things and kind of pay attention there. So yeah, you know, it is going to be weird. She's going to kind of go through her pregnancy and, you know, kind of thinking, you know, what to say, not to say. Like I said, I don't want to spoil nothing for you guys here. But, you know, she's going to hit a rough patch here. And, that's going to kind of change things and kind of put her in a little bit of a tailspin. And she's going to kind of tailspin it as it kind of goes on. Like I said, you're going to kind of have to figure out whether it's truly her that's having the issues, things around her, people messing with her. What is going on here? You're going to have several choices to kind of go with there. People are going to come to her and say, really mysterious things, act weird, fill her in on some clues, on some things, and so forth. There's a kid that comes by and he ends up being a little creepy. Then there's an older, I don't know, a young man, I'll say it, he's a young man, and he comes by and he kind of wants to help, but he's also a little weird. She's got a doctor, maybe slash psychiatrist. Really wasn't sure exactly her kind of title, but she was trying to help her in town with the pregnancy as well. So you're going to have a couple of cast of characters here that are going to play in the role of here and dropping hints and mysterious things. Then there's going to be a mysterious woman or person that's kind of appears, she's just going to see her a couple of times in the distance. You'll see her early on. And then you're really not sure, what this person's role in it, who she is. As time goes on, she's there with her girlfriend. Like I said, they want to kind of, their new hope in this place and whatever. But, as things goes on, it becomes a struggle for them. Obviously, her girlfriend is having a hard time believing some of the things that she's saying and feeling, but then trying to be supportive. So you're going to have that kind of thing going on as well. She has a partner there, as we've seen in many a movie, that strange stuff's kind of happening, but wants to find just kind of regular stuff, reasonable stuff, to explain, some of the weird stuff that's happening and what's going on with her girlfriend, the one that's pregnant here. So, lots to unpack there. I don't want to go too far. Obviously, there's going to be something very important happening with the pregnancy that's going to eventually happen. I will say, this is kind of a slow burn movie, so I know that's for some people and not for others. It's one of the reasons why I kind of said at the top, maybe this wasn't my type of film. Slow burns, they test my patience. But they do mix in a couple of deaths along the way. So I guess, in a way that kind of helped me keep my attention because, I want to see the blood. I want to see the people that die in the movies, as crazy as that always sounds. But they're going to mix those in. Most of them are going to kind of be at night or in the dark or whatever. So, some of them might be a little more harder to work out or see than others. Obviously, they are going to be hiding the person who is doing the murdering. Like I said, there are a cast of characters, and I think it is kind of up to you to kind of figure out, maybe have fun taking a guess at who is the person doing the murders. I was playing along. I was doing that as we go. I'm going to say that I did not get it. I did not get it right. It kind of had me wondering. I think there was something that was just too obvious, and then there was something that was just they could go this direction, but I'm not sure how they would have gone that direction. And then there's a couple other choices there. So I guess that'll be something for you guys to work out. Maybe you guess what's going on fairly early, maybe not. Like I said, as we kind of get towards the end of the movie, after there are some deaths and you kind of find out a little bit more about what may or may not be happening here. You will find out what is truly happening here, and it is a little bit interesting. I don't want to comment too much and say too much specifics of it, because I think then that kind of ruins it. Like I said, you may pick up the hint along the way, and kind of guess. I did like the way it kind of ended. I did like how they wrapped it up. So while it was maybe kind of a slow burn and so forth, I did enjoy what they did at the ending here with the reveal and what ultimately was happening there, and then the way they kind of left it off. I liked that. Again, I don't want to say anything specific. I'll just say that I liked what they did there. I liked how they ended it. There's not, I'm giving too much away, not too much to say about that. I think it was a good kind of final scene. It's dark. It's kind of creepy. There's another movie that I had seen not too long ago. It kind of reminded me a little bit about that. I don't want to say the name of that movie because that might kind of also spoil it. But it kind of had some elements of that in this and in the way, in the kind of the way this ended. That movie didn't really have to do with pregnancy, but just a similar kind of atmosphere, the reasoning why that happened at the end of this. I thought the acting was pretty good. Both the women here did their parts really well. Especially the pregnant one. Obviously, she had the difficult part of being pregnant and trying to be sane, maybe a little crazy. So I thought both of them did really good, and as long with the rest of the cast here. Like I said, there are a lot of dark moments. I'm not going to say that there's a ton of, it's not really a jump scare movie, so don't even, kind of go down that route. I think, when the deaths come, you're going to kind of see them coming. It's not going to be, kind of the scare and then the death. They kind of set it up and then it'll happen. So it's not really that. It's more about, being slow burns, hiding, giving you a little bit of, pieces here and there to kind of figure out what is really going on here. I think at some point you'll probably pick up on what is kind of overall going on here. But the person who's kind of doing the killings here, that may be a little bit more of a mystery. Unless I missed it, you guys probably better than I am. I always screw these things up. Maybe you guys pick it up a little bit earlier. Maybe I missed something. Like I said, there are several choices, so maybe you just guess right. Sometimes I pick a person and I'm kind of try to, like if I'm rewriting the movie and like, oh, well, I could see this person doing it and this is how. So you're going to get kind of all those kind of things kind of wrapped up here. And I like I said, it's a little bit of slow burn. You'll get some deaths in between. It'll be dark in some moments and a little, maybe a touch creepy. I think, most of that is at the end. It is, there's a little bit of sadness to the story as well without, going too far into details here. I think that's in a nutshell of what it is without spoiling anything major here for you guys. Because, like I said, brand new movie. It probably, my guess is be in a couple of more festivals before it ultimately ends up somewhere where a wider audience can see it. So with that, I think I'm gonna give this one 3 pools of blood. It had enough there. I was honestly a little worried with a slow burn, like I said, and kind of like as it was going along. I guess they don't have the time here on IMDb. I don't remember. I think it was about an hour and 40 minutes, so not too bad. Sometimes with a slow burn, you can start watching that timer, but not too bad. I think there's enough there that is not going to be too much of a drag. Like I said, you got to pay attention, try to pick up on what is really happening here. You're not too familiar with the film. Also, I say check out the poster. I really like the poster. It's pretty cool. I think I'm going to, I haven't done it yet as of this video, but I think I'm definitely going to grab that and, include that in this short section and maybe play with that. If you guys haven't been to the short section and seen me messing with posters, head over there and check that out. And I definitely going to grab this one. I'm looking at it right now, and play with that one as well and have some fun with it. So again, that is 3 Pools of Blood out of 5. Birthright, again, brand new film, showing at Popcorn Frights, and I expect it, hopefully to be in some other film festivals before, again, it gets released to you guys. And hopefully, if I find out information about it as it moves along, hopefully share that as well. So with that, horrorreviews.blogspot.com is where you can find all of my reviews, written and video. Of course, mostly video reviews as of late, so please feel free to like, subscribe, and do everything else that everybody wants you to do here on YouTube. But if not, no worries, it is okay. I thank you regardless. Twitter, Facebook information down below as well. Feel free to hit me up there if you want to talk about this movie, if you guys eventually see it. Other movies, maybe you guys are involved in Popcorn Frights, you see another movie there that you liked, you want to mention that, feel free to do that also down in the comment section. When you guys get to see this movie, feel free to put your comments there, and obviously if you have something you want me to review, feel free to contact me as well. So with that, I guess I'll catch you in the next review, horror fans.